Hello, dear friends. I am going to discuss a frame problem. I told that I would explain that one frame problem. So now in this video I am going to explain. This frame problem had been asked in May 2019. It means previous year. So the problem is like that. Problem is like a frame shown in the figure 3 made of two identical beams of length 20 centimeter and a square cross section 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter. Modulus of elasticity E is equal to 2 into 10 power 7 Newton per centimeter square. The frame is modeled into two beam elements. Evaluate global stiffness and load vector. Apply boundary conditions and find displacement at nodes. This one is the two frames, element 1 and this one is the element 2. Length of this element is the 20 centimeter. Length of this element is the 20 centimeter. This one is the node 1, node 2, node 3. At this node 2, horizontal force applied 500 Newton and vertical load in downward direction is 300 Newton. Already in the question it is this formula is already provided in the question. Axial, if it is considered axial problem, EA by A 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 U1 U2, that is if the beam problem, so this one is the EI by AQ, and no need to remember this formula. You can take the help from this hint. Answer obtained U2 W2 theta 2, this one, but this may be changed, so you have to find your answer and check if it is matched, all right, otherwise it may be different. So I will start. One students already submitted the solution, so I explain these solutions. This one is this one the questions given in the problem. This one is the element 1, this one is the element 2 for node 1 2 3. So for node 1, degree of freedom, he has mentioned q1 q2 q3 degree of freedom at node 1. You can also write E1 E1 W1 and theta 1 similarly, or you may use this convention also. So I explain this question solution with this convention. The degree of freedom q1 in x direction, y direction q2. This one is the displacement and slope q3. Similarly at node q4 q5 q6 and node 3 q7 q8 and q9. So E is given 2 into 10 power 7 Newton per centimeter square. Area becomes 1:1. The moment of inertia I is equal to B dq by 12 for the rectangular section. So when you find, it becomes this one centering. Element connectivity and details for the element 1 and element 2 is given. Element 1 this one is the element connectivity. Element 1 and connect node 1 and node 2. Length 20 centimeter, area 1 centimeter square. I is equal to I already 83 into something L is the cos theta. For element 1, theta is equal to 90 degrees, so L is equal to 0 and M is equal to 1. For element 2, element connectivity 3 and 2, it is connected from node 3 and 2. Length 20 centimeter, area 1 centimeter square, moment of inertia remains same, L. For this element 3 to 2, you have to note this point, it is connected from 3 to 2. If it is connected from 2 to 3, in this case theta will be 180 degree, but in this case theta should be 0 degree. So L is equal to 1, that is cos 0 1, M is equal to sin 0 0. And element stiffness matrix in local coordinate system is given by K1. Already you know the formula for the frame element, that is the EA by A minus EA by A, 12 EI by AQ, 6 EI by A square 0 minus 6 EI by AQ, 6 EI by A square 0, 6 EI by A square 4 EI by A minus 6 EI by A square 2 EI by A, for minus EI by A 0 0 EI by A 0 0 minus 12 EI by AQ minus 6 EI by A square 0, 12 EI by AQ minus 6 EI by A square 0, 6 EI by A square 2 EI by A 0 minus 6 EI by A square 4 EI by A. Already I discussed that frame is considered that combination of the bar and the beam. So it represents the bar and it represents the beam. It is discussed in the theory of the frame. So for the element 1, E value of E into A 2 into 10 to the power 7, this one, and EI is equal to, it is calculated in the EI when you calculate you will get this values. K1 final value of the element stiffness matrix for the element 1. This one, when substitute the values, you will get this 6 by 6 matrix, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 denote the degree of freedom. You can also write 1 2 3 4 5 6. For the element 2, now for the element 2, degree of freedom, you have to take the degree of freedom. It is considered the element 2. This one is the element 1 and element 2. It is considered like that, element connectivity 3 to 2. So you have to take the values you have to write this one is the 7 8 9 4 5 6, degree of freedom 7 8 9 4 5 6, and substitute the value, you will get this element stiffness matrix for the element 2. Now you have to transform it in the global. This is the local stiffness matrix for the frame. Now it should be transformed into the global stiffness matrix. So you have to multiply the in this theory I have mentioned T, transformation matrix T, but in this problem it is mentioned through the L. So here L is denoted instead of the T. So L is nothing but the transformation matrix K dash local stiffness matrix into L. So L, already I derived it a value of L. So this is the value of L, and when you will get substitute the value of cos theta sin theta, you will get this value. Now therefore K2 is equal to A. Similarly K2 is equal to L T, K2L is equal to K2 dash, because this is the straight, when you multiply you will get same you can directly this is oriented in the 0 degrees. So when you multiply it, you will get the k2 dash. So for the element 1, write the value of L, this one, and k, this is the global stiffness matrix. This one is the global stiffness matrix. Then L dash is equal to this one values. When you calculate the value L dash, this one multiply L dash into ke into L. So it is written LT. When multiply this into this, you will get this matrix. When multiply this one, LT is multiplied here in this matrix, so this or this one multiplied, you will get this one is the so this is the global stiffness matrix for the element 1. And already I found the global stiffness matrix for the element 2. It will be the same because theta is equal to 0. So total assembly, when assemble it, k is equal to k1 plus k2. And finally, degree of freedom should be 9 by 9. So degree of freedom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can write this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have to assemble carefully. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It should be 9 by 9. I think some mistake should be there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to assemble your own questions, assemble the global matrix in your question solutions. So do not follow this one. So global load vectors, when you write the global load vectors, so at the node 1 it should be reactions, but if it is because when apply the boundary conditions it becomes 0, so it should be reactions at R1, R2 and M1. Similarly at this point only horizontal force acting at node 4, so 500 minus at node 300 is, it should be 300, no, 1300 minus 300 force is applied at the node 5 in downward directions 6, 7, 8, 0, and apply the boundary conditions q1, q2, q3 is equal to 0, q7, q8, q9 is equal to 0. When you apply the boundary conditions, then this row, this column 0, second row, second column 0, third row, third column 0, seventh row, seventh column 0, eighth row, eighth column 0, ninth row, ninth column 0. So remaining matrix will be 3 by 3. So this one is the remaining matrix multiplied by q4, q5, q6 is equal to this one is the 500, 300 minus 300, 0. When you write the reactions, so there is no change in the solutions, because when apply the boundary conditions, this 0, this one and this one becomes 0. So when you have to find the reactions, you can directly use at this point. Suppose you have to find the R1, then substitute the value in this matrix, you will get the R1. So solving this, you will get this answer, but try to solve yourself for these questions. Next, mm, uh, you can also see the some questions from the books, and you can solve for the practice. So this one is the question related to the solution of the frame. In next video I will upload some other question, solution of other question, or maybe the topic related to the axisymmetric problem. Okay, thank you for watching, and for your patience.